Hey guys, this is Manta Ray, and in this video I will showcase my newest library that's called Achoo. Achoo is a system which implements simple achievements for Gamemaker 2023.8 or better. You can check out the link in the description and it has all the features. Basically it's an independent GML library, so no need to depend on Steam or other hosted services like Locker or something. You can set up achievements in one line of code. You can set up hidden achievement, locked achievements, many options. It's also non-forcing UI, so you have total control on what to do or how to render the achievement pop-ups, whatever you need. Whenever an achievement is completed, you get full documentation and examples, cross-platform, and best of all, free and open source, which is the idea of these kind of libraries. So without further ado, I want to showcase the library, and for that I will use the brick breaker template from Gamemaker, which you can actually use by following these steps, and it will create a brick breaker game. Brick breaker, very basic arcade game. You have a paddle and a ball, you hit bricks, you break the bricks, you earn points, and you collect some pop-ups. I will briefly run it so you can just take a look at it. This is the game. Basically you shoot the ball, you break the bricks, and there's your score ramping up. Hopefully I will get a power-up soon. There we go. So I earned some points here. I can earn more than one ball, and that's it. Very, very basic. This is the way it works. So basically you have a obj main object which leverages the score and lives built-in variables. And then we have an obj menu music object which creates the menu for main menu and plays a sound. I will actually leverage this object to create the achievements. First I want to do is import Achoo. So just import it local package, add all, and that's it. You're ready to go. There's no need to do anything else. So here we'll create an achievement. RT equals new achievement. And there you have the options. I want to set up an ID. Let's call it first. Condition. I will have an anonymous function here. Let me set up the title and description first. First achievement. Get your first 100 points. Then you have other options here. You can set it locked and unlocking condition or hidden. I will skip all of those. And here I can set up an unachieved condition, which is the function that will handle the callback whenever the user completes an achievement. So function, I will just display a show debug message right now, and just yay. All right, and for the condition, this is the important part obviously, because this is the game logic that needs to happen to complete the achievement. I will just leverage the same score variable, so return score greater than or equal to 100 points. That's all I really need to do. Let's run it. So here I am. Whenever I hit the brick, I will score 100 points and I will see the message in the output window. There we go. Doesn't fire up again. And that's it. Here's our message. By the way, Achoo has a note system for debug purposes, which you can use to track stuff. Once you're ready, you can disable in the configuration file. I will go over it later. And that's really it. This is super easy. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more achievements to test them all. All right. I already have them configured, and actually I have this print achieve function, which is actually a function I will define here. All right. And instead of having the show debug message here, I will just abstract it and put it here and leverage it to put print achieve here as well. There we go. That's really it. So if I run the game now, I have some additional achievements to achieve, and you will notice that the achievement that we created first is firing up even though we had already achieved it, and that is because we are not actually storing or persisting the status of the achievement anywhere. So once we exit the game. The achievement data that's in RAM gets destroyed. Take a look at here. I also achieved the noob achievement, but still, now that I close the game, it's cleared again, so it goes back to 0. So I want to persist that. Very easy. I can use the Achoo manager object to do that. It has a save achievements and load achievements method. So what I'm going to do is, if this is the first time I run the game and there's no achievements.dat file, then just save it. It will obviously save it just after creating it, so it will save them with the on achieved condition and everything reset to default. If not, then I'll just load them. The other thing I need to do is when I close the game, I need the state of my achievements to be saved. So I'm going to use the obj main, which is I think the controller of the game, to add a cleanup event, so that when it gets destroyed, I save my achievements. All right, so let's try it out. When I run it, you'll see that Achoo is letting me know that it's saved file, so it's the first time this file appears. So none of the achievements have been actually achieved officially. Once I start playing, you'll see here that I achieved the first achievement. Let me see if I can get the second real quick. There we go. Here it is. And now when I quit the game, it's telling me that it saved the achievement status to achievements of that file. So if I run the game again now it's going to load the status of the achievement from the file. And when I break the first brick, there's no achievement fired because that's already completed. So that's the way it works. It's really easy. All right. I want to show you some additional stuff. First, I want to create a little more complex achievement. And I'm going to create an achievement that goes on whenever I pick up any power up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to define it here. But instead of actually defining the condition in the function, I will just leave the condition blank like this. And you'll say, hey, how will the game know? Well, I'm going to trigger this manually whenever there's a collision between the power up and the bad objects. So in here, in the collision event, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a function that actually sets the achievement. So I defined the achievement as powered. That's the ID of the achievement. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have this line of code, which is leveraging the Achoo manager object as well. Get achievement and then set achieve. Set achieve ignores any condition you have and actually sets it as long as it is unlocked and ready to go. So that's all I need to do really. This is the way it works. It loaded the status of the achievement from the file. Let's see if we can grab power up. Oh, there it is right away. So you can see that this is now fired. Actually, let's try to grab another one and you'll see that it didn't fire again. So that's great. That's what we need. One more thing, I need to create a little bit more complex achievement. So what I want to do is I want to track the number of bricks destroyed, but not in a single session, rather cumulative over the course of my game, my different game sessions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to need some way of storing that value to disk and retrieving it, and then using that value to configure the achievement. So obviously you can do this however you want. There's many ways of doing it, but fortunately Achoo also provides a very basic stat handling capability, and that's what I'm going to show you here. So we can define a new stat by using the stat constructor like this. I'm gonna use like this, bricks destroyed. That's the idea. I want to put the stat, initialize it in 0, just total bricks destroyed ever, or whatever, right? That's the stat. Now, whenever I destroy a brick, I want the stat to be incremented. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the brick object, and whenever I destroyed it, I want to leverage it here. So what I'm going to do is also, once again, Achoo managed object, get stat, bricks destroyed, and then increment value. All right, this will just increment it by 1 every time. Okay, and finally, similar to what we're doing, we need to persist that stat, otherwise it will be reset to 0 every time. So let's do exactly the same that we did for the achievements, but for the stats it's actually exactly the same code, but in a different file called stats. All right, and then when we quit, we also want to save the stats. All right, say stats.dat, and that's it. That's all we need to do to create a rolling cumulative stat. Okay, let me just showcase this real quick to you. I'm going to draw the value of that cumulative stats in the draw GUI right below the score, just right here. So Achoo get stat bricks destroyed, good value. All right, and that's it. Let's jump to the game. I have not defined the achievement just yet, just a stat. You can see that that value is in 0 right now. Starts to grow as I break some bricks. Let's stop it after the... Wow, that was a nice ball. Anyway, 6, so I just broke 6. Let me quit. As you can see, it saved the stats file. So let me run it again, and you'll see that when I start playing, that value is already at 6 and growing. Okay, so that's now on 7. So now I can use that value to define an achievement, same way as before. So rt equals new achievement, say brick breaker or whatever. The condition here is gonna leverage that stat, break a lot of bricks. Let's say 15 bricks, okay, over the course of your game sessions. Okay, no locked, nothing, and then just print achieve. So the condition is going to be using the stat, so Achoo get stat bricks destroyed, get value, then this we want to be equal to 15. All right, that's the definition, and that's it. Let's run it. Let's see if it fires up. Oh, I had an error here. I'm missing the return statement. There we go. So I think we were at 7. So let me break some bricks. There we go. And you'll see here that the brick breaker achievement has been achieved. Okay. So that's it. That's the way you do it. Now, the last thing I want to show you is how to handle the achievements for showing them or whatever. So what we're going to do is 2 things. First, this function that you use here on achieve, and actually the one on unlock as well, it will receive as an argument, the optional argument, the name of the struct of the achievement. So instead of having show debug message yay here, what I want to do is I want to create an achievement variable here, and then I can leverage that like so. So instead of having this, I can just, for example, say, hey, you unlocked, you completed the age.getTitle achievement. Okay, I'm gonna reset the files so you can see this faster. And by the way, I'm going to show you the files. So the files, achievements, and stats are saved where the same place Gamemaker saves and loads files, which is the local app data directory. So we can take a look at this brick breaker. I'm going to open it real quick just to show you something. So if I open it here, you'll see that this is the file. All right. So what I wanted you to show you is that this file is encrypted. Okay, this is another benefit of Achoo. It's a very simple encryption. It's not military grade or anything, but it will deter most of the players that want to tinker with the file. to get achievements free. Okay, you can actually disable encryption by going to the Achoo configuration here, and then just disable Achoo encrypt, set it to false, and that's it. You can also set the encryption shift. This is a parameter that the encryption mechanism uses. You can change it to any positive number, and it will work, and it will yield different encryption characters. Okay, I'll set it to. I will not change it right now. I want to delete this so it recreates the achievement files, and we can see the effect of this print achieve function. So again, saved it as it's the first time. And when I complete this achievement, look at this. Hey, you completed the first achievement. Okay. So that's the way it works. You can take a look at all of the methods, both from the structs, achievement and stat constructors, and also from the Achoo manager object in the documentation, which is complete and ready to go. Okay. But the last thing I wanted to show you is how to handle the achievements. For example, we're showing them and displaying a screen where the player can check out his achievements, which ones have been completed, which not, all that stuff. I'm gonna use just a very simple code. Here I'm gonna set up key pressed event or whatever, control, I don't care. I'm gonna use this code. So what this code does is it leverages, it's a very simple loop, right? And just, use the Achoo achievements array, okay? And just loop through it. And then just, for example, I'm using the isHidden method to check whether an achievement is hidden or not, to display appropriate text, and then, check whether achievement is achieved, get the title, get the description. So this will print something to the output log. Very simple, but actually you can use it to display a much nicer UI or whatever in your game. Okay, so for example, I'm here, and then if I press Control, you'll see this list, right? So for example, this first achievement has been achieved. That's number 1, true. And then, for example, the second one we haven't completed, and that's it. If I complete now this one, for example, I just grabbed the powered up, okay? And now you can see that the powered up is already completed. Also the 2 balls, because I grabbed the 2 balls power up, and so on and so forth. So that's the basics of Achoo. That's a really simple library. It has some other stuff, other specialized functions and methods that you can check out in the description, in the documentation. For a little bit more advanced use, such as, for example, saving additional user data into an achievement, or disabling automatic checking of achievements in case you want to do that for some reason, or providing you with a serialized string of data for you to store and retrieve the achievements and stats from a remote database in case you want to do that. And that's it. You can check the description here and the documentation in the documentation link. And this is it. I hope you find Achoo of use. Saves you some time defining achievements and stats in your games. And let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I will do my best to answer them or to help you. And that's it. Thank you for watching. See you later.